Hello everyone, it's time for another Scribbles Battle Report. Today I'm playing against Matt and his Space Wolves with my Grey Knights. A lot of them are missing arms because I'm waiting for them to come in the mail. So you'll just have to use your powers of imagination for this one. Right here, we have an overview of the board. Alright, and now we're going to go to the Grey Knights list right now. Here, we have a Grey Knight Librarian. He has a Nemesis Force Sword, the Summoning and Sanctuary, as well as a Teleport Homer. 4 Paladins with an Apothecary, a Brotherhood banner in the silver there, and 2 Halberds. We have 5 Purifiers with 2 Psy Cannons, 5 Purifiers with 2 Psy Cannons, 5 Grey Knights with a Psy Cannon, 5 Grey Knights with a Psy Cannon, 5 Terminators with a Psy Cannon, 2 Demon Hammers, and 2 Force Halberds. And another squad of 5 Grey Knight Terminators with 2 Demon Hammers, 2 Halberds, and a Psy Cannon. And then for our heavies, we have 3 Dreadnoughts, all with the 2 Twin-Linked Autocannons and the Psybolt ammunition. Alright, Space Wolves list coming right up. Alright, here we go. This is the Space Wolves list today. What do we got here, Matt?
You got a Dreadnought with a Multi-Melta and a Heavy Flamer. And then you have a squad of Grey Hunters, 10. It's going to have an attached Wolf Guard with Multi-Melta, and the Wolf Guard's going to have a Kami Melta. And Power Fist, you have another squad of Grey Hunters. There's going to be 10 of them, same as before, with Multi-Melta, Kami Melta, and Power Fist on the Wolf Guard. You have squad another 10 Wolf Guard with a Multi-Melta, attached Najal Stormcaller in Runic Armor, and attached Wolf Guard with Power Fist and Kami Melta. 9 Wolf Guard with a Multi-Melta. Another Dreadnought with Multi-Melta, Heavy Flamer. 6 Long Fangs with attached, or not attached, but with Squad Leader. Next squad of Long Fangs with Squad Leader. Last squad of Long Fangs with Squad Leader. And you have your Wolf Guard.
Alright. Those Long Fangs all have missile launchers in case you're wondering, and everything else is in a drop pod.
Man out of a coffee cup.
This is going to be interesting. Alright, deployment first turn coming right up. Alright everyone, that's the end of Grey Knight deployment. We rolled Annihilation and Dawn of War, so as you can see, I've deployed my 2 squads of Grey Knight Pugs and my Librarian who's joined that squad. Everything else will be walking on first turn. We have Space Wolves deployment here in a bit. Alright everyone, that was the end of Space Wolves deployment. As you can see, he deployed nothing because he chose to drop pod everything in anyways. Here we have him rolling to seize the initiative. It is a 4. That is unsuccessful. Grey Knight turn 1 coming right up. Everyone, that was the end of Grey Knight's turn 1. That squad of Grey Knights and that squad of Grey Knights both cast Warp Quake and spread out a little bit. The Librarian cast a Summoning and brought both squads of Purifiers forward, passed twice. Dreadnoughts moved on, Pop Smoke and ran. These guys moved on and ran. These guys moved on and ran. These guys moved on and ran. Alright, it's the end of Grey Knight's turn 1. Space Wolves turn 1 coming up. Alright everyone, this is the middle of turn 1 Space Wolves. He's actually in the shooting phase running stuff, but I had a question for all of you. He deep struck Najal Stormcaller's drop pod right here, and it scattered 11 inches off the table to there, causing a mishap. Now, when he rolled the dice for mishap, he rolled a 3. Can I, in fact, because of the rules, not saying anything against this because it's not a passable terrain, place his drop pod here and make him roll it again? Because if I can, then that's awful, and it should be fact. If I can't, then that makes perfect sense. Alright, discuss at length in the comments, I guess. We'll be back at the end of Space Wolves turn 1. Alright, that was the end of Space Wolves turn 1. He moved and ran those Long Fangs on. Moved and ran those Long Fangs on. Moved and ran those Long Fangs on. He got 3 drop pods in. He brought in his 2 Dreadnoughts and Najal Stormcaller and company. 1 Dreadnought landed right here, ran behind there. Najal actually deep struck here, mishapped, and I placed him here. He mishapped again, and rolled at 2, but in my good grace, I actually just decided to put them back there because I think that's kind of messed up. The second Dreadnought mishapped and scattered off the board and destroyed himself in a similar fashion. Alright, that's the end of Space Wolves turn 1. Grey Knight turn 2 coming right up. Everyone, that was the end of Grey Knight turn 2. These guys moved over here. They moved up and ran up. These guys failed their Warp Quake and spread out a little bit. These guys moved back, shot at that drop pod. All of them failed to kill it. This TIE cannon shot at it, wrecked it, one go. The Librarian summoned the Paladins forward and then joined them. These guys shot at that middle squad of Long Fangs, killed 3. These guys shot at that far squad of Long Fangs, killed 3. Actually, you have to take a morale check for both of those. Real quick.
I'll check there.
Morale check. Pass for them, and for them is also a pass. Alright. These guys moved back a little bit and cast Warp Quake and were successful. Alright, that's the end of Grey Knight turn 2, Space Wolf turn 2 coming up. Alright everyone, that was the end of Space Wolf turn 3. This drop pod full of, I believe it was 9 dudes. Was it 9 or 10?
It's 9.
9 dudes. Came out of the sky, landed right there, actually scattered a little bit back, everyone fell out. This Dreadnought moved forward, shot its multi-melta at them and missed. They shot their melt guns and bolters at them, were out of range. They moved forward 6 and ran 4. They shot 4 missile launchers at my Technicolor Dream Dreadnought. Missed 2, penned once, and I passed my cover save. They shot twice at this one, failed to do anything. They shot twice at this one, or 3 times at this one, and glanced once and I passed my cover save. Alright, it's going to be Grey Knight's turn 3 coming right up. Alright everyone, that's the end of Grey Knight turn 3. Cast Warp Quake with them and them, both were successful. They moved and ran forward. They shot at that squad of Longfangs and wiped them out. They shot at that squad of Longfangs, wiped them to a man, he failed and ran. These guys moved over, shot at that Dreadnought, weapon destroyed and shook him. They took the multi-melta. These guys shot at them, killed 1. These guys shot at them, killed 1. These 2 shot at them, killed 1. He shot at the drop pod and wrecked it. That's the end of Grey Knight turn 3. Space Wolf turn 3 coming right up. Alright everyone, that's the end of Space Wolf's turn 3. Neither of his drop pod squads came in, unfortunately. But we did have some activity. These guys moved forward, shot into them. They killed 1. We're just outside assault range, though. He moved forward, shot his heavy flamer, killed 1, and then assaulted in, killing 2 on the charge. My demon hammers failed to do anything, and I failed my leadership check and ran away. I escaped, but he is in hot pursuit. Those Longfangs over there shot at my middle dreadnought here and immobilized it. And that's all she wrote. They moved and ran, but that's it. Alright. Grey Knight turn 4 coming up. Alright everyone, that's the end of Grey Knight turn 4. Cast Warp Quake there and there. These guys moved forward, shot their weapons into that squad, killed 3. They passed their leadership check. I then assaulted them. Passed Hammer Hand, but got it nullified, and then we just murdered them. I'm taking no casualties in return. These 3 shot that Dreadnought, weapon destroying it and immobilizing it to where it was just a bunker, and then he shot his Psyken and finished it. Let me see here. These guys just moved and ran. These guys moved forward and ran. These guys moved forward, shot their 2 side cannons over there, and he passed both his armor saves. Once again, we managed not to touch them. Alright. That's Grey Knight turn 4. Space Wolf turn 4 coming up. Alright guys, that was the end of Space Wolf's turn 5. They moved forward. Jaws to the World Wolf threw those 2 into that one. He died. Those 2 survived. They then shot combi meltas and bolters at them, killing 1. They passed their morale check. They shot frag missiles into these paladins, and I passed all my armor saves. They actually deep struck in and shot over here, killing the Justicar and no one else. And
Howling Cyclone.
And now that it's the assault phase, he's going to do Howling Cyclone.
18 inches.
18 inches is going to be this squad and that squad probably.
That squad.
And that squad.
And that squad.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we completely forgot about Nichelle's psychic powers, the crazy psychic power for the earlier. All right. Leadership 9. Pass. Leadership 10. Pass. All right. That's the end of Space Wolves turn 4. Grey Knight turn 5 coming up. All right, guys, that was the end of Grey Knight's turn 5. Those guys moved up, shot, assaulted, and cleaned house, killing them down to 1 member, including Nijal. and they failed and ran. They had a little bit of help from these guys, though, and these guys. Alright, they chose not to move, shot at that drop pod, killed it. They shot at the drop pod too and failed to do anything. These guys actually moved over here and assaulted them, killing 6 of them, losing a halberd in return. They failed their leadership check and are now running. I moved to stay within 6 inches of them. These guys shot at them, killing 3. They failed their they passed their leadership check though. Alright, that's the end of Grey Knight's turn 5. Space Wolves turn 5 coming up. Alright everyone, that was the end of Space Wolves turn 5. This squad dropped in automatically and rapid-fired bolters and meltas into these guys, killing the Psy Cannon. They passed their leadership check. Those guys shot frag missiles into my Terminators. They passed all their wounds. Those guys ran away. He rallied and ran farther. Alright, would you like to roll to see if the game ends?
Sure.
3+ and the game goes on. What do we got here?
2.
That is a 2. Game is over. We're going to tally kill points here. I'm pretty sure the Grey Knights have it pretty handily, but we're going to make sure.
Dude,
Alright. So what?
I only killed 1 squad.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, you did. Alright, well, he only killed 1 squad, and I clearly killed more than that, so, I guess we don't have to tally. This is a Grey Knight victory today. Thank you all for coming. Great game, sir. And we'll see you next time.